solution, and let's do from next. Okay, this is question 2. How often do bookies call games right or wrong for the Golden State Warriors? So yeah, let me explain the question here. Again, we are looking at this particular team, and let me jump back to the data. Okay, so let's assume that in this particular value, yeah, the spread value here, if you see, this is raised by a certain bookie, which is bookie ID 19 on this particular game, right? And this is the result of that match. Negative means the bookie is confident. If he has put the negative value, that means he is confident that, hey, his team will definitely win, will not only win, but it will win by at least 4 points. That's what he is trying to tell. And the result of that match is this particular team, Chicago Bulls, on which he placed a negative spread, has won the match. That means that bookie has made a right raise of bet, right? And if he would have raised a positive one for this particular team, and this particular team has won here, then that means he had made a wrong claim on this particular match on this particular team. So that is what in the second challenge he's asking. How often do bookies call games right or wrong? So if they have put a negative spread on that particular team, and how often they have actually won would be the right one. And if they have placed a negative and lost the game, that means that would be a wrong call. And likewise for the positive spread as well. Let's see how we can do this. Before, let's see the split. Okay, first, for each bookie, how many games have positive spread alongside a win or a negative spread alongside a loss? So this will give us the information about the wrong claims that he has made. A positive spread with a win, that would be a wrong, and negative spread with alongside a loss is also a wrong claim, wrong bet that he has made. So we need to find out that. Let's see how we can do that. Hope the question is clear. You can stop me if it is not. So the final visualization we will be looking at is something like this. Okay, here we have different bookies that we have, bookie by bookie names, and of all the bets that they have raised, in 7, this particular bookie has raised 731 of those bets as right, and 271 of them were wrong. So we need to get something like this. Okay, let's see how we can get that. Obviously, first of all, we need to find if a bookie has made a call, if it is a right call or wrong call. We need to get that information, right? So in order to get there, we have to understand the spread from the spread value. We'll have to actually, yeah, open this. So yeah, so here we have a simple calculation field that will work at the team level. So the fixed the level of detail that I've placed here will work for each bet that they have that happened in the league. Okay, and if the spread for that particular bet is less than 0, then that bookie is expecting that he is winning, that particular team is winning. Okay, whatever the team that he has placed that negative spread on is winning, else that particular bookie is thinking that team is will be losing. So this is the same terminology that we discussed earlier, and we create this calculation. It will work at the every bet level, giving us, hey, if the bookie is expecting a win from this team or loss from this team. And now once I get that, let me create another calculation. I just have to see if the bookie is right or wrong. Okay, we just got the expectation of him, and that field is basically bookie expected to win. Okay, if bookie expected to win, is equal to the actual match result, okay, which is team win or loss, okay, which holds the same information if it's W or L based on the result of the match. Then that bookie is right, else is wrong. Okay, and since we are looking at again one particular team, I'll filter that out. Add to context so it will not mess up with our fixed LODs. I'll get my bookie name and all the number of bets that this particular each of these bookies have placed. I'll get that using number of records. And why is that? Because if you notice the calculation that we saw earlier, this particular level of detail in each game, in each book, for each bookie and for each team, that is essentially the level of detail of our row. So when you are at this particular level, the number of record count will match with the actual number of bets that were made. So since my fixed calculation is already at this level, I can simply take up the number of records and see how many bets were made by each of these bookies. So since now I've got the total, I'll use the calculated field which I just created, right or wrong, bookie right or wrong, and I'll put it in color. Text to get the numbers each of the bookie has made right or wrong. Hope this is clear. If it's not,
Jagdish, here we are considering only win or lose, right? We are not considering the magnitude of spread, right? Like whether the team has won by 4 and 4 or like.
That's right. I understood the question here, but as far as this challenge is considered, they're only taking, they're not taking that particular result. Okay. Again, here we are not giving the. If you see the data, let me go back to the data. Here the win and loss is not given at a game level, okay, if this team has won or not. It's given at a bookie level. So for each bookie, so see, this is the single game, right? Single game ID, and for that game ID we have win and loss, win and loss, win and loss. So basically we looking at a bookie ID level win and loss. If this bookie has he has made this claim with this bet, and did he win that particular bet or not? We are not looking at the team.
Okay, the win here is like bookie level win or loss, not the team level. Okay, understood.
Yeah. And that's what has been defined here in the solution as well. Okay, if it's the negative and alongside a win, it's called right. Basically they define what is right and what is wrong already.
Yeah, understood.
Okay, hope this is clear.